Okay. So yeah. So first of all, you're responding with a belief system that you don't hold to. Why don't you just be truthful and tell us what your real worldview is?
It's a reductio ad absurdum. I am mirroring your argument.
You don't
So
you
that
don't
is vicious.
you do not
Self-belief.
hold to a magic potato. That is a lie. And if you lie
Of
to
course
me,
I
I'm going to
don't. I
block your
told you it's
account.
a mirroring of your argument. I hold in a position that
You didn't write that in the text. Let me look at the text.
there is no necessity for mind.
I'm scrolling through the text. Hold on. Here it is.
That is not my
Magic
worldview. This is a
potato,
parody of yours.
not possibility of the country.
To show that there is no necessity for mind. That's my point. Epistemically, I make some justifications.
Sir. Why did you write magic potato?
Reductio ad absurdum to mirroring your argument.
No, sir. What you're doing is you're doing a parody of the Christian worldview. You don't actually believe in a magic potato. You're referring to another worldview, and one that's a parody, because you don't want to use your worldview as the defeater for the Christian worldview. What is your worldview?
My worldview is we don't need the mind. That's my worldview.
That's not an answer to my question. What is the ground of all being in your worldview?
Reality.
Or is there no ground of all being?
Reality.
That's not an answer. That's just saying everything. That's not an answer. Saying everything, reality is the same thing as saying everything. Saying everything is not a worldview.
Everything without a mind.
You can't say you okay. All right, sir. Listen to me. I'm not going to continue with this because telling me reality is the okay. Listen carefully. I've studied this. When you tell me reality, is that the same thing as saying everything?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how can every particular within the set of everything causally dictate everything? What does it mean everything is the ground of being of everything? What does that even mean?
Stays true to its identity.
No, okay. Yeah. Dude, do you think I was born yesterday? Are you this evil that you're willing to lie to me? Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Okay, how do you know? How could you possibly know? How could you possibly know what universally is responsible for each and every identity state being real? How could you possibly know that?
How I justified my knowledge, or how I know for certainty what's
Answer the sir. I'm not going to play any more games with you. I'm about to eject and possibly block you. How could you possibly know that anything universally is the ground of all being for all states of affairs? How could you possibly know that?
I justified my knowledge. That's all.
All right, goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah, of course you can. You're a bullshitter. Goodbye. Yeah, of course you can. You're a bullshitter. You're a bullshitter with an accent.
Yeah, he needs to learn to speak English.
Yeah, what a lie. You see what pathological liars they are?
It's crazy.
Is that Otangelo? No. Otangelo is much more eloquent than that. Okay, now you're blocked.